Welcome to Politics Aside, where we break down key initiatives that are shaping Zambia. Today, we look at the Cash for Work program, an economic stimulus package providing temporary wages to vulnerable households through public works projects, targeting 123 constituencies across 87 districts. This initiative not only offers financial relief, but also improves local infrastructure. To see the impact of this program firsthand, we visited some parts on the Copperbelt. This is what we found. Now, for those of you familiar with the Copperbelt, we are deep in Muzakile constituency, and we are in Limaposa ward at Chimuna Clinic, where Cash for Work is in full swing. Let's see what's happening here.
Cash for Work ile twafwa kushita mwefi akulia kushita kwa bana mabuku then twashita ko no tu mufundo kutola ku garden so ifo kucho tungalomba kufepa munga beka shibakuli maposa wadi tulomba fo bakateka bachi yakupali impendo nabanensi nabena bale umfwako bwinunga ifofo tule umfwako so ifo na totera sana kuba president wesu kuti benga twalirirapo pali Cash for Work don't ukuleka bekaleka pali chene cho babombele batwalirire
Chimuna Clinic mwandu wako batman power yali yachepa sana. So surround yali ya sapa mlandu wamfula. So if no before they talk about president if you Cash for Work, tata get my area zumu wako batina mushupa sana abantu elefro kupita na tuingisha kwa abantu atupangire kwa ma drainage ukwati pano pa clinic amenyisha teshani yalefu tayari pita. Sometimes kuna madrama ama ambulance yala shupi ko kuisa mlandu kwati umusebo amenyisha aba fraud pa musebo. So if no betresta trace ko ma drainages musebo trace ngo kwa team yotoke shirepita shire bafe shi tashire shoot kwa mukupita. Kwenanga mwatumire sana abantu kuno nabachipokerera sana. Musango wako bati kuno tatwa kwa tenchito na mutawa kwa tenchito eshingesho babomba. Nchitweshingesho babomba ni mabala na magarden.
In Bulangililo, we spoke to workers that are benefiting from the program. We also spoke to the elected Patriotic Front Councillor, Councillor Matthews Chiake, who emphasized on the importance of such an initiative.
Today, umfabuno cha kubarira pox to atotera kubuteko ubutusakamene pali 15 kaibe mcharo bambira mfura bakaborara ubuteko bwatontonganisha kwa kuseratsi pariana uburirwa kuswa kwata ko samfini yakwe bathi washita kona ngfinti panganda fwe bambe tulesunga abana.
There are a lot of women and men that just in their houses, and some men that just umsebo just smoking. At least when we're working like this, we are able to use that money to start up a business. For example, I myself, I want to go to school in July, so I'll use this money. At least I'll start up like a small business like baking scones. I'll be selling. At least I'll add up the money to contribute it for me to go to school. The words I would give to the president that he's doing a very good job by giving us this works. At least it is helping us and it should continue.
Kandaramanga kaisa ka kusina sira ko ba mayo bunga padia kusira para bade irishanya nishinde bafuirisha ko muri fine for to reach.
In Bemba they say ichwe mechirombero muchere. That simply means when a good thing is there, even people around can just see and appreciate it. I'm very much delighted. I'm so much thrilled. I would like to give gratitude to the president for coming up with this policy. If you've seen the way our people are working, even how we have changed the face of this world, something else. It's so amazing. May the Lord God bless our president for coming up with such an idea. This is a very brilliant idea. I think in the years to come, it's going to change this nation. Zambia will start looking like South Africa in terms of cleanness. A good thing like this comes, we don't even look at the negativities. We mostly target on the good part that it has brought. Hii idea, na ipusana kuna idea ya kwebati, that idea is very bad. This is a very brilliant idea whereby people are getting engaged in cleaning and bringing sanity in the world. This is a brilliant idea, of which our president, we want to see it up to 2026. Yes. Before election, this program must continue so that we see we are there to support the program as civic leaders. We are there. And the good part, there is no political affiliation in doing this. We are not choosing that this one is coming from MMD, this one is coming from EEF, this one is coming from UNIP. No, everyone is able to do this kind of work and benefit from this work. And there's no religion here that we are choosing. Everyone is participating and everyone is getting paid. It's a very brilliant idea. We really appreciate it.
To understand the broader impact of Cash for Work in Kitwe, we spoke to the mother of the city, the Kitwe City Mayor, Madam Mpasa Mwaya.
First and foremost, I must say that I'm grateful to the government because the Ministry of Local Government has crafted up a program they are calling Cash for Work. This has been rolled out across the country and is currently running in 87 districts. I count it as a privilege as a mayor of the city of Kitwe that I'm among the 87 districts that currently are implementing Cash for Work program. So Cash for Work, the general overview and the objective is that this is a program that was set up to mitigate the effects of climate change, the effects of the drought that we've been experiencing in the country. And the government thought it wise that they could roll it out because they realized that obviously one of the effects that the disaster or the drought could have left a lot of people out of employment. As for me as the mayor of the city of Kitwe, I've welcomed this program in the sense that it is coming to aid some of my programs, especially to do with cleaning. There's been overwhelming response that our communities have had on Cash for Work because we have really sensitized the programs to all our churches and all our stakeholders. So the residents have welcomed it in such a way that they want to heavily participate. For them, it means that they are going to have an opportunity to have some cash here and there, but of course in exchange for their labor. They are not complaining about it because they have realized that even when they hear 600 kwacha for 10 days, at first they were skeptical about it, but then when they realize that when you multiply 600 times 3 in a month, it is coming to about 1,800. Yeah. They realize that actually it's within the minimum wages and that they are fine with it. So there's overwhelming response from the general public and they are willing to participate. So I'm glad that we as a local authority are actually rolling it out to our residents here in Kitwe. The immediate positives are that, first of all, it has given an opportunity for those that were not captured under different government empowerment programs to be captured. Yeah. So it's an opportunity for them to also have a go to do some piece works here and there for them. So it has created employment, short-term employment, I should call it, of our locals. Then it has also given them, for some, the feedback that I'm getting is that it is giving them some sort of startup capital, if you like, which is almost immediate. They just work for 10 days. If somebody wanted to start selling a box of tomato, they'll get into it. If somebody wanted to buy a bag of meal, they would get that. So it's providing our residents and our locals an opportunity to actually aid them, their livelihood in one way or the other. Depending on how we also use them, some of them are getting actually skills out of it, because sometimes you can get them to help maybe bricklayers to do something, so they are getting some skills out of it. And so far, Cash for Work obviously is not free from challenges. One of the challenges that I've noted is that there could be delayed payments to our residents, and they are raising that as a strong issue because from the outset, when we sensitize the public about this new program, we did tell them that the program allows for work to be, a person to be paid maybe 5 days after finishing. But looking at the numbers that we are dealing with, there is a challenge that we are having as a local authority, and that is to do with delayed payments. But of course, we will not just leave it hanging. We are crafting means and ways of how we can mitigate that. And I'm glad that us as Kitwe, we are now thinking innovatively by getting some data entry personnel to help us speed up the processes so that we can reduce the time to pay. And also the other challenge is that because the program in itself says a beneficiary should register a number on the mobile number bearing their names. Charlie, not everybody has got their names on a SIM card or something. Yeah. So inevitably they would provide a different name. It's Charlie who has worked today, but there's Mary who wants to be paid through the provision of that number. So at that point, we won't pay out. So we are trying to still sensitize our general members of the public that let them be able to provide the actual details. So we are perfecting that through the employment of the data entry officers. First and foremost, I would like to urge my dear residents who have already welcomed the programs to take part into this program by ensuring that they are working closely with their area councillors, they are working closely with what we are calling the ward development committees, the CWACs, as well as the satellite team, to find out what numbers at any given point they are dealing with, so that our dear residents can fully participate in. This Cash for Work program to my resident is an opportunity for them to actually maybe create some savings, have a side hustle, create an opportunity maybe for startup capital. But also my appeal to the youths is that this is also providing an opportunity that they can stay away from substance abuse. Sometimes our dear residents maybe take to drinking alcohol because they've got nothing to do. But with the Cash for Work program, it will give them something to do. And then they can turn away from their vices of substance abuse, smoking here and there. I think inevitably this Cash for Work program will keep them busy. So I'm just urging them to fully participate in. I also want to appeal to our church leadership to ensure that they tell their youths in our different congregations that they need to actively participate, and they should know that there is this opportunity at the local authority through our different ward councillors for them to participate and take part in the works. And I also think that our residents should embrace this Cash for Work program because it's one way we can get our city clean, our wards clean. I think they can own this program to say we want to clean, is it Tuatasha, we want to clean Kawama. They render themselves available that they could be used and in exchange for a bit of cash. I think this program, all in all, is a good program that residents should embrace.
Wow.
My appeal to government is that the people on the ground are excited, the people on the ground are ready to work, but we need the government to respond in a way that they need to increase their allocation, particularly the component of the administrative fund, because I've noticed that that has been static from the time that they've been increasing the number of beneficiaries. I remember when we started the program in September, we just had 1,170 people this program was attending to, and the administrative component was 750,000 for the whole district. But it has since increased, the numbers have since increased to about 10,000 in a month. But the component of administrative cost has remained static. So my appeal to government is that let them consider immediately increasing the allocation of the administrative cost if we have to effectively monitor the program. And my other appeal to the government is that since people are ready to work, let them roll out more and more programs, and hopefully this time around the programs should carry a substantial payment amount. The residents are indicating that how they wish it could be considered, maybe at 800 or 1,000 even. So if there is a way that the government could adjust the figures in terms of payments to our residents, that would be a way to go. And also a consideration that they extend maybe to the whole lot of 2025, because currently the program is going to run up to June 2025. Last year it ran from August through to December, but this year the indication is that we're only going up to June. If it can go up to December, well and good. And why do I appeal in that manner? Because it will help us even do prevention of outbreaks, like we are currently doing with the cholera outbreaks. With the opportunity of Cash for Work, we are cleaning our city, we are cleaning our drainages, our stagnant ponds are being cleaned out. So if we have an extension through to December of this year, we will be assured that there will be no outbreaks even this year. So that formulates my appeal to central government.
The Cash for Work program is not just about wages. It's about transformation. Roads, drainage systems, and public spaces are being upgraded, benefiting entire communities. Thank you for tuning in to Politics Aside. I'm Charlie, the engineer. Let's keep the conversation going. Above all, let us work together towards a better Zambia. See you next time.